Arthur and Rashawn Upper alongside me. Hello, gentlemen.
Good evening, Hazy. Good evening, Mickey, and good evening, everybody tuning in to us, whatever time zone you may be. We got the umpires coming out. They go through this just formalities of making sure that they're well sanitized. And some big guns. Dre Russell and Andre Russell, as they call it.
He looks tense, doesn't he?
He looks very tensed. He looks cool. Just so cool.
Let's not forget that the previous match was the very first one that was played in the Lanka Premier League, and that was the tied game, went to the super over. And of course it was a game that the Tuskers got on the wrong side of, so the Colombo Kings got up and won that in the super over. But 219 played 219, Mickey, that was full of action.
That was full of action, the game that kick-started the tournament for us. I'm really looking forward to this game tonight. No Dale Steyn yet for the Kandy Tuskers. He must be very close to coming out of quarantine. I just heard Dale Steyn will be in next game. I just heard Dale Steyn in for the next game. Colombo Kings unchanged. They found their mojo. Kandy Tuskers, I'm really happy with the changes there. I'm really looking forward to seeing Vichy Fernando tonight. I'm sure he'll get the ball to swing. And I'm also really looking forward to watching Lasli Mboldenia bowl.
The Tuskers will breathe, or the Kandy Tuskers will breathe a little bit easy because Gall Gladiators are still without a win. Don't forget, it's the first 4 teams, or the 1, 2, 3, 4 going to the semi-finals. The last team gets left out. So Gall Gladiators, as long as the Gall Gladiators don't win, the Tuskers are fine because they got to win.
They played in the last game. Did you think they were going to win though, Rashawn? The Gall Gladiators, did you think they were going to get up?
Well, I always thought so, but there were some areas that baffled me. One thing was the fielding and the bowling. And what I really couldn't come to grips with was the last 5 overs in the Gall Gladiators innings. They were so well placed. And then how did they throw it away, or how did they lose it?
Righto, here we go, the Tuskers. So both the captains were happy at the Tuskers, who started the tournament really nicely with a quick-fire 53 as a youngster. But I think we've all been talking about the fact he just needs to be a little bit more selective, maybe. That's something that will just help his cricket, and he'll learn from that. Of course, Pereira we haven't seen the best of yet. He's played some handy knocks, but he's one of those guys that can really dominate out in the middle. And he did say at the toss that he wants to see his team's catching improve, and that was certainly something that let them down in the first encounter against the Colombo Kings. Angelo Matthews, season campaigner, very keen. He was out there nice and early today. He was getting ready and having a lot of chats to some of his teammates. And he was doing lots of that, smiling and nice and relaxed.
He is nice and relaxed. I think he found some rhythm with his batting in the previous game, and he bowled very, very well.
That's an all-rounder when you got both your games going well. Now Matthew started to bowl, so that confidence also will start rubbing off on his batting. There was a time that he just played as a batsman. I do remember during his start how well he bowled. He had a 6-wicket haul, if I'm not mistaken, in a World T20 game. He opened the bowling, and he's been a very handy cricketer. And an area that the Sri Lankans have missed a lot is the fact that Angelo Matthews stopped bowling. I mean, he could have given so much of balance. Right, so that's the countdown. We're ready to start. And just to continue on, Matthews, if he had bowled Mickey, there would have been so much of balance, and the combination would have been that much easier.
Here we go. First ball of the second game today. Oh, there's some lovely movement from the skipper.
He may be gentle in pace, but he can certainly do a thing or two with that ball.
Yeah, he bowls a heavy ball, and when I mean for the people listening out there, a heavy ball, he's got the knack of hitting the bat right at the top. He splices a lot of the batsmen because of his wrist.
He also finds the seam regularly. He hits the seam regularly, which is good. That's the experience he carries.
Oh, that's been picked up, and that's not a bad way to kick off your account. 6 runs to start in emphatic style.
Kurbas. That's what he could do. Such an exciting prospect. 6 number 172 on the pads. In fact, it was more straight on the off stump. And whipped it over mid-wicket.
Yeah, he just picked it up on length. Good to see the reaction here from Angelo.
The track is a good one, we know that. It's going to come on nicely. There's a sweeper out there, so it should... Oh, my goodness. That's an unforced error. That's not going to bring a smile to the captain.
Well, it won't bring a smile on anyone's face. It's terrible. The fielding, the ground fielding has been just poor. That's been consistently maintained by almost every team. It's just been awful.
So 10 runs off the first 3 balls of the game. There's a slip in position. Big single, shot the stumps. Desperate dive in. That would have been tight, direct hit, but it wasn't.
I think he would have been out if it was a direct hit.
Yeah, I think he would have been out there. That would have been disaster for Kusal. Let's have a look. Out. If that ball's hit the stumps, out. I think it was Daniel Bell Drummond with the throw.
Yeah, what does that look like? Thanks, partner.
Had his heart in his mouth, I'm sure. He did breathe a sigh of relief, that look on his face as he just stood up after that dive. But a good start for the Kandy Tuskers, 11 of 4. He's moving it both ways. Got the outswinger going to the right-hander. Now he's getting it the outswinger going to the left-hander as well.
Yeah, went across on the angle. Very well bowled, Angelo. Come on, close your over out now, the coach will be saying in the dressing room.
So it's a pretty tidy comeback after the first 3 balls. Got pasted a bit. 11 for no loss.
Next up. Yo, Lanka, that's the center wicket.
Kandy Tuskers won the toss and elected to bat first. There's a look at the sides that have been selected. 3 changes for the Kandy Tuskers. Colombo Kings unchanged. It says something about a side when they're unchanged. So they're all fit and feeling good after their last victory against the Stallions.
White ball.
It's going to be a wide. O'Donnell.
Interesting inclusion, Lasith Dambulla. Just one left-hander, I think, in the Colombo side, Colombo Kings side. That's Thickshila De Silva, so he'll enjoy bowling to the right-handers. But we've spoken a lot about the dew. See, that's going to be the challenge, because spinners would naturally struggle. They'll struggle to spin the ball. They won't get anything out of it.
Now there's some movement. Back in towards the right-hander Gubaz.
We do know that Isuru Udana's got all the tricks, but he also can bowl a quick delivery when he wants to. His effort ball is up in the mid-130s, which is enough to challenge the batsman with his pace as well. He bowls a good bouncer. That one just coming back, slicing Gubaz in two.
Down the track, forcing over the top. One bounce and he's got 4 runs. He's on a charge today.
He looked very impressive throughout the tournament, Gurbaz. That was definitely a mile 11 circle champion shot. Look how far down he goes and hits it through the line over mid-on circle. He's been impressive. He's been very aggressive at the top. He's not been afraid to take on the bowlers, and he's come off.
Yeah, scores a 53 top and also 30 in the second game. Then it fell away a little bit. Oh, sends his captain back. Now, had that lit up the stumps, that would have been out as well. There's issues here.
Yeah, one's calling in Sinhalese and one's calling in Pushtu, I think.
Kusal running for his life. He was gone. He was gone. He was almost not in the frame. It's his day. He survived twice. He needs to make full use of it. Grab it with both hands now.
Oh my goodness gracious me. They are flashing with the bats behind the crease. There's some scrambling going on, that's for sure.
What are they up to? As you say, I think the communication. Pashtun and Sinhalese.
That's exactly what it is. I tell you one thing though, that this is an exciting opening batting combination. Not least for their running between wickets. But Gurbaz gives it a whack, doesn't he? Anything that comes into his area, he whacks it, and Kusal Janat, he doesn't hold back either.
I wonder if Adana hadn't fumbled that. If he hadn't fumbled that the first time, yeah, that might be what he's saying there. If he hadn't fumbled it and it was a clean pick up and throw, he might have been half a chance. Pace off that one. Now they almost collided this time.
Did you say exciting, Mickey?
Keystone Cops.
Exciting for many reasons, not just the batting.
Isuru Udana changing his pace up there. Such an experienced bowler. He knows when to use his variation and when not to.
He's now really turning out to be an absolute T20 specialist. He's been sought by many leagues around the world. He's also forming a very important part in the Sri Lankan lineup.
Hard down the ground. Now that's the extra ball he had to bowl because of the wide first up. So he got punished with the extra delivery. 10 from it, 21 for no loss. There's a nice look about the next two. Chris Mendes and also Brendan Taylor. Two solid, dependable batsmen. A couple of guys who can win matches in their own rights.
On the subject of Kusal Mendes, as Mickey is with us, Kusal has opened the batting. And he's been quite reasonable as an opener. Has it ever occurred to you to look at Kusal as an opener in the T20 format? I mean Kusal Mendes.
Yeah, no, not at the moment. His role for us is in the middle. You want your batsmen that can hit gaps, that can run hard, hit the boundary when needed. You want them batting in the middle for you. That's his role for us at the moment.
Chamira now. It's rushed onto him. Good line first up. Couldn't do too much with that. Negresa's batsman is tucked up and that'll get him thinking.
This is the last ball. Kusal Pereira punched down the ground. Perfect. Just hitting through the line and through mid-on. timing perfect.
You talk matchups. This is a perfect matchup. The extra pace of Chamira to Gurbaz.
Noticeable that mid-off and mid-on are also on the edge of the circle in case he does look to advance. Leg bite.
One thing is about this player's performance, particularly likes Chamira, who's done very well, it appears to be rubbing off on them. You talk to them, just discuss how much they're enjoying themselves, and you could see the body language, the way they express themselves. They sound confident, they sound very happy, they're willing to go out and do what is expected of them. And that, I believe, is because of what they have achieved in the middle. It's all to do with their confidence level. And that looks very high as far as some of these youngsters are concerned. I saw that in Dushmantha Chamira today, talking to him. Because generally, he's a quiet guy. He wouldn't express himself too much. And he made it a point about the way he bowled in the last game. And the plans he spoke of. That's brilliant for someone like him.
Yeah, I thought he was very impressive. His lengths, I thought, were very good, and he bowled with some pace as well.
Now that's high. Is it going to go to the gloves? Oh, it is going to go to the gloves. That is a sensational catch. That is one of the hardest catches to take. Even though he's got the big gloves on, Tanamal's done an outstanding job.
Mark it down as one of the best catchers in the My 11 Circle LPL. Never an easy catch going away from you. And Dinesh Chandimal had to run a long way back. As Hazy said, never easy with the ball falling over your shoulder. Having to keep an eye on the ball. Excellent catch. Very well done, Dinesh Chandimal.
He's a big player, of course, Pereira, but not tonight. He goes for 4, 22 for 1.
Batsman in German.
Mendes now. He's got a job to do. He's there nice and early. He's going to have plenty of time. He's got a bit of time to get used to the conditions. The track is good. It won't take him long to realise that. And he's got to increase that average. We don't normally talk about averages with that much when you talk about T20 cricket, but I think with someone like him, you can actually talk about average. It's a wrap on the gloves to Gabaz.
But taking another look at that catch. It's catches like this that lifts teams. And this is exactly what Chandimal's done, being a senior pro. Not the captain, but he's really setting a fantastic example on the field. In a tournament where we've seen some rather ordinary and average fielding efforts, this is brilliant.
Yeah, that was a really good catch. With Kusal Janeth, one of the key players. That's why we spoke about the matchup. Chamira to these two was a very good matchup, and it paid dividends.
Now there's tries of catch it here again. Is this going to be taken also? This will be another blinder if it is. No, that was really difficult. That was in the air for a long time and he couldn't settle. When you're running after that and the ball's coming over your shoulder, you cannot settle and you can't keep your head still.
That's an indication as to why such catches are so tough. If it's going away from him.
Yeah, Asan Priyanjan called, he wanted it, but for my money, that was Andre Russell's catch running in. He would have had a far better chance catching that, in my opinion.
clever. Worked down to the man at third man. He's picked up a boundary. Last ball. Good over in the end. Goes for 7. 28 for 1. Key players on show tonight. Don't forget to download the app from My 11 Circle. Correction, my11circle.com. Select your team, get the maximum points, and have fun with the champions. So Kushal Mendes is one of those guys that you would probably want as a player through the app. My 11 Circle app. Runs in the last game.
Yeah, he is. He'll be looking to get Gurbaz on strike, so Gurbaz can take the power play on, which he does very, very well. Last ball of the over, he just uses Chimera's pace, just a little bit too much width to get it down for 4. It was a really good over from Dushmanta Chimera. Only went for 6, but he would have just wanted him. And I'm a coach. We're always striving for excellence. You just would have wanted him to close that out better.
Swing at that. A little bit of exercise for the umpire.
Well, that's a top umpire from Sri Lanka. He's now, I believe, in the ICC panel and doing very well for himself.
$55 runs off 45 balls the last game for Mendes. Swept that away nicely. Gee, that's a class. That is a class shot.
Kushal Mendes just feeds on the length. The Suradana just gained marginally, fractionally short. He was quick to put that away through the leg side. Beautiful pick of length early, gets himself into a good position and hammers it through the leg side for 4.
Surely a My 11 Circle champion shot.
It's a great channel. It's exactly where you want to bowl as a left armour across a right-hander batsman when he first arrives.
Got a slip in. Suradana spoke about the channel and going across the right-hander. Third man and square leg are the 2 men out. Everyone else in the circle. Suradana just looking to bowl just back of a length.
I know we talked about this a little bit earlier when you win the toss and you elect to bat in these sort of conditions, and you're going to be bowling with a delivery that's going to be a ball rather that's going to maybe be affected by the dew a little bit later. Therefore, these spinners, the Gunaratnas, Irfan Pathan's not going to be able to swing it when it gets a little bit damp. Gunaratna won't be able to grip it as well as he would like. And Budinia also. What it also does when it's a little bit damp is it doesn't grip on the pitch. That's the other negative thing for the spinner. It just tends to slide on rather than grip on the pitch. So it really is a disadvantage, I think, of off second in these sort of conditions. Oh, trouble, trouble, trouble. Oh, that's a wonderful pickup. That is an outstanding pickup by Udana. Magnificent stuff at the bowler's end.
Colombo Kings. Well, they've got the second man out. They've got the second Kusal out. Kusal Pereira, courtesy an outstanding catch. And this one, a terrible mix-up. The point happened was Kusal Mendes was looking for a run when Gurbaz was not even looking at him. He was just disappointed with the shot that he missed out. Utter confusion, no communication at all. Understand the disappointment of Kusal Mendes. Out for 5, 34 for 2.
He didn't play in the first game for the Kandy Tuskers. He was drafted in for the second. Picked up the Man of the Match award. It's down the ground. And that's gone for 4 runs. That's a nice stride from Gurbaz this time, all along the carpets. 10 from the over, 38 for 2 now. This is not the start they wanted. Gurbaz is still there, 26 not out. Mendes is the last to go. Taylor's just arrived and about to face his first delivery. Chamira again. I think there's a couple of things to highlight from that run out. One was the frustration from Gurbaz. I can only think that he thought there was a scream for a run, but this pickup from Adana was just outstanding. And that's really good hands to be able to do that. To pick up the ball from that sort of throw next to the base of the stumps is brilliant.
Kusal Mendes is obviously disappointed. I think I heard him say it was my call. It was behind the wickets. And you would expect the non-striker to call when the ball goes behind the wickets. As Hasey said, Gurbaz's problem was he was frustrated that he missed out.
Really good couple of balls again here by Dushman Chamira. He's hitting that hard length and he's bowling with some good pace. All the run-out chances tonight, there's been a hell of a lot of them. Kusal Janeth was nearly run out twice before he got off the mark. And then eventually, bang, Kusal Mendes out, run out. Great pickup by Suradana. Gurbaz, he's going to have to get a lot of runs tonight.
I just can't understand what Mendes was thinking. He was straddling the crease, Gurbaz. He wasn't even thinking about moving. There was a yelp of frustration, and surely Mendes didn't think that was a call or something.
Kusal Mendes obviously thought it was his call. Technically, it's behind the wicket. But Gurbaz paid little attention to what Kusal was trying to do.
Yeah, 2 things there for me. First of all, I'm not sure there was a run. I liked Kusal Mendes was obviously he was obviously up for it. He's looking to rotate strike. Gurbaz was worried about his shot. He didn't even move. There we go, the Red Bull. Somebody's going to need wings for this Kandy Tuskers tonight. in order to get them to a score that is going to be defendable against a very strong Colombo Kings.
There's a great deal of responsibility now on Gurbaz. He cannot play a rash shot and throw this away. He's a natural aggressor. Oh, there's a neck. And I think that's another wicket. Yeah. The finger has gone up, but it has been reviewed. He's saying off the helmet.
Well bowled, heavy ball. He's gone short. That's off the helmet. It looks like it was off the helmet. He's bowled a heavy ball there, Dushmanto Chameera. Love that attitude. There's the alter edge. There's no heartbeat. No heartbeat. It's off the helmet. Take it further. No, off the helmet. Don't see the physio, don't see the doctor. Might get a concussion sub later.
But very eventful, isn't it? Run-outs, hit on the helmet. Yeah, he's got to reverse his decision. Not out is the call.
So this is a really tight over. 3 runs from it. Just checking how many balls left, I think. 1 ball remaining. He's down to 3rd man. That's a very good over from Chameera. So 4 off the over. Not many runs at the moment. 42 for 2.
Unchanged team today for Colombo Kings. Nice strike, sounded good. Will it go all the way? Yes. 6 in his aggressive style.
Awesome. That's not the way to treat Andre Russell. But on the other hand, what does it matter? That's what he does to other batsmen when he's batting. Take that. Let's see how it feels. But Gurbaz, he's got a lot of work to do, because the Kandy Tuskers have lost 2. And he's got to make up for it.
And again, off the middle, but it doesn't go all the way. Another wicket, important one. They're crumbling now. Russell strikes.
Can you keep him out of the game? Andre Russell. He's a terror to the bowlers when he comes out to bat. And now he's started to bowl as well. And he's amongst wickets. He removed the danger man. Nicely held catch. It's a big wicket. He was looking dangerous. Gurbaz is walking back after scoring 34 from 21. It's 48 for 3.
Go left.
Already 3 wickets falling within the power play. There's an interesting stat in T20 cricket. You lost 3 within the power play overs. There's a 20% chance of winning the game only.
Short ball put into the stands. The next delivery is pitched up, but it's a slow ball. He runs those fingers over, and that's what brings about the miss hit. You'd think it's poor from Gurbaz, but he was done by this man. Clever cricket. Poor because he's trying to take the fielder on. 2 fielders in the deep. Tries to take Usrudan on.
Too short again, Russell, with his change in pace. My comment about Gurbaz is he's such a talented player. You look at him, he's got all the strokes. As a batsman, he's got the aggression as well. But what you don't see is control, which is so crucial to play that big innings, and that is what he's not delivered for this Kandy Tuskers team.
This is not all about hitting sixes. As a batsman, you should have the ability to rotate the strike as well. I'm with you. He was able to hit a 6. And he got greedy. Asila Gunaratne is a handy cricketer to have in your lineup. Can bowl and also gather some important runs for his side.
50 on the board. Awesome handy cricketer, you said. That's why. My 11th circle. Champion shot, 54 for 3.
That's illegal, no?
End of the power play, 54 for 3. Runs coming in good pace. He'll be disappointed with the number of wickets they've lost.
Matthews back into the attack. Wow. Deft touch, clever fielder in the circle, and he takes him on. Andre Russell just can't believe it, but what can he complain about? He's saying it should be illegal, but then what about what he does to bowlers? That's legal? Come on.
I reckon he's a little bit embarrassed because he fancies himself as a fast bowler, Andre Russell, and to have a batsman just take the mickey out of you and just manipulate the ball to the leg side after you've gone short. That could hurt your ego.
But you have to appreciate the ability of the batsman to be able to produce that stroke. He made sure that he hit the ball into the gap, away from the fieldsman. Huge shot.
It looked leg side-ish. It did. That's what Chandimal says. No, he wants it. He's asked for it because he knows it's a big wicket. Brendan Taylor at this stage will be massive. He's the only man who can change this innings around for the Kandy Tuskers. Lyndon Hannibal is the umpire who will have to make the decision. Bit of nibble. It's angled in. He's a long way across, isn't he, Brendan Taylor?
How often have we seen captains go to their wicketkeeper to get advice? Exactly what Angelo Matthews did on this occasion. Dinesh Chandimal was confident that the review should be taken, and they did take it.
Well, Angelo was quite certain. He was reaffirming with the wicketkeeper Chandimal that batsman moved across, and the impact was within the stumps. Was there an inside edge? Nope.
Well, I was under the impression that Chandimal was agreeing with Angelo Matthews.
I also thought that he didn't get the support that he was looking for from behind the stumps. No bat. It's angled in, but it's crashing. Matthews making some very good decisions of late. And this is another. He went up totally on his own. He didn't get the support from the wicketkeeper, but he gets the decision. That's a massive blow. Brendan Taylor caught on the crease. Brendan Taylor gone for 3. The Kandy Tuskers, they're sliding down the hill. 55 for 4.
Irfan Pathan, who was injured in that first game with a hamstring injury, now back into the side, has an opportunity with the bat. Not quite sure we'll see him with the ball.
He's got a job to do. Situation is not right for his side. Losing 4 wickets within 7 overs. Never easy.
Pulled away. Positive start. Now, I was surprised that Dinesh Chandimal didn't support Angelo Matthews with that review call. Just look to the background of the screen. He doesn't move down the leg side, and usually that's an indication as if the ball is going down the leg side. That's why I think Angelo Matthews